So I've got Cubase up, and I've just got a basic template that's stock out of the box up with a piano and a vocal. Now, DAWs are pretty much all the same, so you'll figure out how to get these concepts into whatever DAW you've got. But that Komplete Kontrol app that has the standalone app that's on your programs drop down, and maybe you've got a shortcut for it or not on your machine. The Komplete Kontrol app also installs in the installation folder on your main drive a plug-in version to work with your DAW. You find it, at least in the Windows world, you find it on your C drive, program files, alrighty, native instruments, and Komplete Kontrol. Okay, that's where you find your Komplete Kontrol stuff. Not that you got to go here, but that's where it gets loaded, or that's where it gets installed. So anyway, with your session, what you want to do is you want to add a track, and you want it to be an instrument track. Okay, before you do this, the thing you got to do is you got to get in whatever DAW you've got to get into a plug-in manager. Okay, you've got to make sure that you rescan for plugins, because if you don't rescan, the Komplete Kontrol plug may not show up as an instrument. Okay, it's not really a plug-in, it's an instrument. Okay, so we're going to add an instrument. Add track, instrument, VST instrument, and it's going to be, for me anyway, VST plugin 64-bit Komplete Kontrol. Boom, there it is. Comes up, output routing, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get any more in depth. I'm going to add the track. So now, if you've ever worked with Contact, you know, it's a lot like bringing in a Contact or any software instrument, right? It's a software instrument. But unlike Contact, and there it is, she shows up there, right? And I'm going to pick me a bass, and I'm going to make it an analog bass, and I'm going to make it an 80s touch bass. I'm going to double click on that, and there she is. And look at this. There she is on the keyboard. All right? So it's communicating with the software instrument loaded onto the DAW. Here's what you also need to understand. In device setup, you've got to add another device. Komplete Kontrol S series, and your MIDI input and MIDI output, you select Komplete Kontrol DAW. Does that get you the ability to get, I'm going to phrase that differently. This Komplete Kontrol DAW selection does not get you MIDI notes, MIDI note numbers, and recording of audio or recording of MIDI for instruments. What it gets you is the play command, the stop command, the transport commands, which are located here, right here, on your very pretty new keyboard. Okay, so anyway, look, you gotta, that's another step. That's in the manual. You know, you gotta get that manual downloaded and look at that. The way you get this is, you know, you're in devices, click remote devices, you click on the plus sign up here. Let's do it. And then you'll see the S series here in the drop down because you've loaded the drivers, and it'll recognize the drivers. Cancel out of that. The other thing that you've got to deal with regard to MIDI setup is when you're looking to communicate with this device, when you're looking for your keyboard device to communicate to this lovely software instrument here, you've got to set up what your MIDI inputs and outputs are going to be on your track. And you've got Complete Control 1, Complete Control Ext, and Complete Control DA. The one you want is Complete Control 1. That's your USB MIDI information. Going to the Complete Control app, which is right here. Communicating on MIDI channel 1. Now this is key. Unlike Contact, you get the choice. Unless something's different, I didn't find it, okay? At least for starters. Let's just say this. This is the basic 101. I can only get this thing communicating on MIDI channel 1. And with this Complete Control user interface, with this Complete Control instrument, you don't get to add multiple instruments onto a single track like you do with Contact, okay? Contact, you can add multiples, pianos, strings, whatever, multiple MIDI channels. That's not happening with Complete Control. It's one instrument per track, always talking on MIDI channel 1. So far, that's what I've understood about it. I could be wrong. Go ahead and kick my ass in comments, or maybe I'll shut comments off. I don't even care what you think. So here's the thing. That's what I think I need you to know, because that's what kind of, you know, I mean, I just had to discover that, and it was weird. Okay, so now that I've got that going, I hit put myself in record mode here. And as you can see, it is playing as I'm pressing the lovely C note here. If I take it out of record, track out of record enable, will it still work? It doesn't. I'm pressing the lovely C note, no information getting to the app. I must put it into record enable, and boom, I've got connectivity. Well, I think that's what I wanted to communicate, because those are the things that I had to discover, and there was nothing online about this, and I figured I'd be the guy to put it online. Welcome. Thank you for looking at my terrible video. Best of luck to you. Bye.